Students are introduced to the concepts of denotation and connotation of words. They have been focusing on inferences in their literacy block, and now examine implied and explicit meanings of words. The teacher uses the vehicle of poetry to present the terms denotation and connotation. Through shared and modeled instruction, the class creates a mind map demonstrating the denotation and connotation of the word read. This clip begins after the teacher has read the poetic picture book, The Red Tree.
When I bought these, I went and I picked leaves, and I pressed them in the book, red leaves, and this is a similar shaped leaf. And for me, this is a leaf, right? What is this? So what is a leaf, actually? So that's a question that I'm asking you. What is a leaf? Christine, what's a leaf?
A part of a tree.
So a leaf is actually a part of a tree. That's the thing that a leaf is, right? Akash?
Connected to a branch.
It's connected to a branch. Anything else that you can tell me about this leaf in particular?
It's a symbol.
Is that actually what it is? Because I think that's a really great question. Is this really a symbol? I'm asking you what this really is. It's a leaf. It's a part of a tree. That's connected to a branch. What else can you tell me that's actually here? Jesse, did you have an idea there?
It's like a part of a whole thing. It's one little part of an entire thing.
Okay, so it's one little part of an entire thing. I think that's a really good idea. This coloring in this one is red, isn't it? And in the book it was red as well. So red is something that it actually is, or was at one time. It's a little darker now. So these are all things that I can put down and I can say this is what it actually is. But then when we go to what Crystal said this is a symbol. Right? And that's a really important word. So I'm going to write that down on my list too. This is a symbol. And for me, and this is part of the reason I love this book, it symbolizes growth. It's a symbol of growth. So when I think of leaves, I think of growth. I think of nature. I think of change. And I think, particularly because this leaf is the color red, I think of the seasons. And I don't know about you, but the season that I associate red leaves with is often autumn. And all of those things that I have on here, and I have a little picture of a leaf because this one's pretty delicate that I'm going to paste on here. Okay, and on this, we've got two different things happening here. We've got the actual thing that the leaf is. So we said it came from a tree, all those kinds of things. And then we've got all of the things that we associate with it. And we have a special sort of way of describing those things. They're the actual meaning of something. Can you remember from our from inferring? There was two types of clues that we were looking for: implicit and stated clues. So this is it works kind of the same way. The stated stuff is the stuff we actually know, what we can observe with our senses, right? So what we can see and touch and what we actually know about this thing, kind of like the facts, okay? The implied part is the meanings that we associate. So Crystal said a symbol, okay? So if this was a proper maple leaf, it might be a symbol of Canada, right? A maple leaf symbolizes Canada. It's on our flag. So we think about the maple leaf as a symbol of Canada because that's the association we make with it. All of those word associations that aren't the actual thing, we have a special word for. We can say implicit, but we can also say what its connotation is. Okay? So there's two words. Connotation is the implicit value. All of those extra meanings that we attach to a word that aren't really part of the word. And then we've got denotation. And those are, that's the actual word and what it means. Okay? So I would just want you to notice the way that the word is constructed. What do you notice about these two words? What do they have in common? Bevan?
They both have prefixes and suffixes.
They both have prefixes and suffixes. Absolutely. Anything else in common? Let's be a little bit more specific. Anson?
They both end with notation.
Notation. So that is a pretty good indication to us of what these words mean. And if I find the root in here, the root is note, the root word. So what do you think knowing what you know from your big brain books and all the work we've been doing, what do you think the actual meaning of this word is? Connote and denote of these words. Connote and denote. If we break them apart. Jessie.
I'm taking a guess. I think deno is maybe like against,
Okay.
and conno is like with.
Okay. Thank you.
I think
Bevan.
I think denote is like implied meaning because D is like it's not there,
Okay.
and note is like writing, and connote is like stated.
Okay. Actually, they're reversed, but I like the way that you're thinking there. So, our explicit meaning is the denotation, okay? And I'll put these together. I'll put them up on our word wall so you can see them. And our implicit meaning is the connotation, okay? What's going to happen right now, we're going to do one more of these together. And we will do it on wall wisher. I created a wall wisher for it, so it'll be easy for everybody to see. And then you're going to try one on your own. And what I have is I have, very much like my example here, you are each going to glue yours on, though, beforehand. You're going to choose, and you get to choose which one you want. Maybe we'll just do it randomly. And you'll have a picture that you're going to start with a word on it. So, for instance, green. And you are going to write down the denotative meaning of that word. And then all of the things that you associate with the color green. Anything that it makes you think of. All right?